Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Key coming at y'all boys with a brand new video. And today, woo, this man name is hot in Philly right now. OTV Joker OTV / Noah Scurry. This is the person who they're putting YNG Cheese, aka Gillie the kid's oldest son. They putting that body on him, you feel me? So it was only a matter of time before somebody got up with him, and so on and so forth. Now, with that being said, we got to go ahead and get into his story. Let's check it out.
This is Noah Scurry. He was a 17-year-old high school basketball star and a standout student who was killed earlier this week. It was reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer that he had the highest SAT score in his entire school when he took it. A student at Samuel Fells High School, his principal described him as gifted. In a letter to the school's families, they confirmed that he was a talented student athlete. It was around 7:15 a.m. on January 14th.
Both though.
The 17-year-old was leaving for school when he was gunned down.
One thing that I will say though is I feel like this is one of them tragic things, not because he died. If what they're saying about him is true, that he really shot into that crowd, hit the wrong person, this, that, and the third, he killed somebody, his days was numbered anyways. But what I am saying is, it's tragic that the day that you died, how you go out so brutal in front of your mother specifically, and that's the day she find out how you was truly living. You wasn't just a basketball player. You was living like that, or at least thought you were.
According to the Philadelphia police, as reported by Fox 29.
Philadelphia police say a 17-year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning.
Over 20 shell casings were found at the scene. It was reported by the news that he was with his mother when he was shot, as if they were about to get into the car for her to drop him off across town at school. Authorities recovered a white Jeep Cherokee on Wednesday morning, the next day abandoned near Summerdale and Godfrey Avenues, approximately 2 miles from where Noah Scurry's home on Rohrer Street in Feltonville, where the deadly shooting took place. According to Deputy Commissioner Frank Venor, the vehicle appeared to have been damaged in the crash. Investigators are currently reviewing additional surveillance footage in hopes of piecing together the events that led to Scurry's death. While no suspects have been named and no motive has been determined, law enforcement officials are working tirelessly to identify the perpetrators.
Now, he did say this, but they're saying somebody from YBC named C Curry. No, it was C something. He got arrested for it
that
the
at
same
least
day.
2 individuals were inside the Jeep during the shooting. The details of Noah Scurry's final moments paint a grim picture. He had just grabbed his backpack and was stepping into his mother's car when he was ambushed by a barrage of gunfire. More than 20 bullets were fired, as I said, and Noah Scurry was struck multiple times in the chest and abdomen. Despite being rushed to Jefferson Einstein Hospital, he was pronounced dead within minutes. Family members, friends, and classmates were devastated by the sudden and senseless loss. A GoFundMe campaign launched by his cousin seeks to help cover funeral expenses. In her heartfelt message, she described Noah as a bright, loving young man with a heart full of kindness. Noah, only 17 years old, had such a caring and loving heart, McGlenn wrote. He would do anything for his family, but most of all, for his siblings. Tributes and condolences have poured in across social media, where friends expressed their grief and shared memories of the teen. Speechless, I love you, one friend posted alongside photos of Noah Scurry. At Samuel Fells High School, where Scurry excelled both academically and athletically, the loss has been profoundly felt. He was known for his sharp intellect and athletic prowess, which the news heavily focused on shortly after his passing. Scurry was an advanced placement or AP student, the highest SAT scorer in his school, and a standout point guard on the basketball team. On Wednesday, January 15th, the school created a supportive environment for grieving students, providing counseling services and a quiet space in the auditorium for students to mourn. In an Instagram post, school officials reminded the community of the importance of kindness and mutual support. The greatest gift of support we have is each other, the school wrote. Be kind to each other, today and always. Monique Braxton, a spokesperson for the school district, said that Noah was the kind of student that everyone wants. Noah Scurry's social media was filled with basketball highlight reels that showcased his skills on the court, where he effortlessly crossed over defenders, executed smooth layups, and nailed three-point shots. His undeniable talent was matched only by his bright future. a future now tragically cut short. The broader context of Noah Scurry's death is part of the Philly daily reminder of a persistent gun violence plaguing the city. According to Jackie Golden of the city controller's office, there have been 30 shooting victims in the city this year, 5 of whom were 18 years or younger. As the investigation into Noah Scurry's death continues, his memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. His life, marked by academic excellence, athletic talent, and a caring spirit, is a painful reminder of the urgent need to address the violence claiming young lives in Philadelphia and beyond.
Philadelphia police say a 17-year-old was shot and killed along Rohrer Street in the city's Feltonville section. It happened around 7:15 this morning. That's where we find NBC 10's Matt DeLucia live at the scene. What do we know about the victim, Matt, and any suspects in this case?
I'll tell you, Johnny, homicide investigators are still here at the scene. They've been here all morning. You can see the tape is still up, and the shooting itself happened in this narrow driveway behind the 5,000 block of Rohrer Street. This is just off the boulevard. And as you mentioned, this happened around 7:15 this morning. Police showed up here. They found the 17-year-old who had been shot several times throughout his body. The young man was rushed to Einstein, and he died just after 7:30. Now, earlier, we could see a backpack and a shirt laying on the street. But as of right now, police have not made any arrests, but they did find a gun out here. And as investigators are going through this area, they're also going door to door, trying to get some surveillance video, trying to get some idea of who may have pulled this trigger and killed the 17-year-old right as the sun was coming up here along Rohrer Street.
He said, this younger generation idiots. Sorry he lost his life. Could have been easily avoided. If it could have been easily avoided, why wasn't it? Like, niggas just be making comments, hear one part of a story, just run with it. He stated in his song he already been shot. That's why he was going about shit the way he was. Not everybody wants to be what y'all failed to be. Some niggas do shit to appease their parents until they can live on their own. Keep it a bean. Noah, really CC/Parkside, but they had an internal beef, and he split with the Parkside, but I don't know.
If people like myself and THF Philly weren't around, this would have been the end of the story. By the day of Noah's death, as is all too clear by now, 17-year-old star student athletes aren't just executed in front of their moms for no reason. There's always a story behind it that the news is reluctant to give for political or social reasons. If you just got your news from the Philadelphia Inquirer or NBC, then the story is almost always missing context. Due to social media, traditional mainstream media was forced to double back the next day and say, hey, there's a little more to the story here. 30 years ago, this would have never happened, and the story would have been left at that. There was no Instagram to correct the news or YouTube for people like me to make a story with a little more context.
Law enforcement sources are telling me they believe Noah Scurry appeared in a rap video with guns that was posted to social media the day before he was killed. New tonight, law enforcement sources confirm there is a rap video uploaded to social media the day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home.
Black truck, and we all got drinks in it. Facing school, you know that I'm facing them. She want from me, sit here, and I'm dangerous. OTV, all the blocks can't hang with us. And you gotta catch a bite to gang with us. He got hit with a 10 that's changing them. Tom Spoon Gang, bros, he created. The last one we caught was stuck on the pavement. I'm sitting on his head, I'm collecting the pay. Got hit with the button.
In front of his mother, who was getting ready to take him to Samuel Fells High School. A screenshot of the video shows a man in a Joker mask, at times appearing to hold a gun. Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. In the video, he dances along other individuals who are also holding and showing off guns throughout it.
It's reality versus what you want it to be.
66-year-old man is dead and 3 teens are hurt following a shooting last night in Frankfurt. It happened just before 9:30 on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street. The man who died has been...
If anything, it's 2 ways to go about this, bro. We already know this shit. Either you gonna jump in the streets and you gonna try to get your get back and probably end up dead, or you gonna be like, man, it's better for me to not be outside and not be doing this, that, and the third. Let me lock in on my school. Let me lock in on my hoops. Like, let me make sure I definitely go to college and be able to get out of Philly. You feel me? You're 17 years old. You're either a junior or senior in high school. I don't know which one. It could be, you know what I'm saying, either or. But you was on your way out the door. But, hey...
Identified as Ivan Hall from Philadelphia. 3 15-year-old boys are in stable condition after being shot. Police have not given any more details on what may have led to the gunfire. As of yet, no arrests have been made.
Police sources confirmed Noah Scurry was one of 4 people shot in an unsolved May 2023 murder case on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street in Frankfurt. According to police, 66-year-old Ivan Hall was shot and killed on Sunday, May 28, 2023, and 3 then 15-year-olds were shot multiple times. Police sources said that Noah Scurry was one of the teens. This shooting places Noah smack dab in the middle of Frankfurt, a section of the city that hosts sets like the Double C's or Certified Clappers.
See, look, okay, boom. Boom. So this yellow thing up here is, oh no, that just says YNG Cheese. So he was killed in the M24 hood, but that's not okay. Okay,
Parkside.
Stop.
Noah is said to be affiliated with Parkside. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not a Philly gangologist like some people like to believe, nor do I want to be. But from what I can gather, you got a few groups relevant to this story.
All the way over there.
According to the person who made this map, this is Parkside or Double C territory. Up here is a group of young boys who call themselves the Whackers, and over here is M24 territory. And as you can see, this is where YNG Cheese was killed. Noah, or Baby Joker, his street nickname, was very active out here, and his life had a part that may not have been known to his coaches and family. Less than a month after Noah was shot and the 66-year-old man was killed, another tragedy struck near the area when 25-year-old Devin Spady was killed.
A triple shooting in Philadelphia's Olney section claimed the life of an up-and-coming musician. The 25-year-old rap artist was known as Young Cheese, and he's the son of well-known influencer Gillie the King.
Gillie the King has amassed millions of followers, and a lot of them are planning to come here next week for Gillie Fest. It's a big concert. He uses his platform to speak out against violence, and now violence has claimed the life of his son. Police say Devin Spady, better known as Young Cheese, was one of 3 people shot in the 5800 block of Masher Street in Olney Thursday night. Shot in the back, the 25-year-old rapper was a rising star and the son of one of Philadelphia's biggest stars, Gillie the King. Gillie the King is a rapper turned podcaster turned philanthropist. He and his $1 million worth of game podcast partner Wallow also helped give away millions of dollars to support local businesses, and both were awarded the key to the city.
Gillie and Wallow have become the unofficial mayors of the city of Philadelphia. How about that, right? They are the voice of the youth.
Talent agent Walt Reeder Jr. has known Gillie the King for years and knows he wanted more for his son. The other 2 people who were shot with Young Cheese both survived. Police have not made any arrests in the case. In Spring Garden, Taronda Thomas, Channel 6 Action News. Shari?
Yeah, very shocking story to learn of.
As is well known, Spady, or Cheese, is the son of comedian and Philly rap legend Gillie. Cheese's death came after him and a group of friends were apparently standing on a corner when shots rang out on the 5800 block of North Masher Street near Nedrow. Around the corner, police also found a 28-year-old man shot twice in the leg and drove him to Einstein. A third victim, a 31-year-old shot in the hip, arrived at the hospital in a private car.
Damn.
Video from the scene shows that a group of men were having a conversation on the corner of Nedrow and Masher when they heard gunshots and started running. No arrests were ever made in this case. No one took credit for this, as obviously that will open up a huge can of worms. 2 years earlier, AJ, or Ajon Jackson, was killed coming home from work. This murder is mentioned heavily by fellow Double C members Hardy and others in their raps. In fact, Hardy has a music video with over 1 million views with lyrics heavily mocking the death of AJ and another M24 affiliate, Twin 5 or Jay, who was killed in March of 2021.
After doggy from taking shit and selling bulls, and you either get some money or you clap, just play your role. They ain't dying just for nothing. That's what happened when you troll. Murder gang, you drop a diss and get exposed. Niggas spoke on Broski name, we took his life, that's what he owed. Get up close, set the foot and hit his body, watch him fold. Dummy working 9 to 5, I give it to him, he was bold.
Another teenager is shot and killed on the streets of Philadelphia. I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Cartalia. 16-year-old Ajon AJ Jackson was shot outside of East Oak Lane home when police...
This is another thing that that is a good thing and a bad thing about like social media and just the world of technology that we live in nowadays. Years ago, if you weren't in Philly, you would probably hear about the Noah Scurry stuff, but you wouldn't hear about the second part. And not only is that, but it's facts. Like people may not like it, but it's facts. We got the videos, this, that, and the third. Now, is it facts or proof that he's the one who killed Young Cheese? Not necessarily. They saying that it was a couple people who pulled up, shot at the crowd, didn't aiming for Cheese, but Cheese the one who got hit and died. So it's like 50-50. Did the police know and didn't have enough evidence to charge him? Like how
he was ambushed. He and his twin sister had just finished their shift at McDonald's.
Hey, let's get this straight now.
Where is he? Where is he?
I never fucked anybody over in my life. All I have in this world is my balls and my word. I don't break them for no.
Double C. Don't speak on bodies in them trenches. I can rap because I did it. Got 2 shooters and 1 driver and this squatter and this tenant. That's a man down on the scene, record like 5 shots to his biscuit. We most active in the city, speak on whiny that we spit at. I told little bro, just bring it here back. Ain't no passes if he lack it, cause we beef for master splitting niggas telling on what happened. You either get down or you lay down, cause the clap is running city. Exotic glossy, we got sticks and big ass choppers, double titties. Tapped it twice and fried his ass. He can't react, cause this is switchy. All he heard was we get his back to black and brick. Lost some soldiers in that war, they wish they bros come back to life. I lost my dog and brought their head back for my team to make it right. We gon' treat your brothers cause they dead and you ain't dead enough. Been a year without no get back, why they acting like they dead, son? Bro just told me run my movie before it stop because them feds coming. Yeah, double C. Oh, he lagging, so I'ma up my glick and beat the drum. He was dumb, I heard Lil 5, they caught a 9, they have a gun. Now he bum, and we did the dash, fuck 12 like, I know you heard the news, we made him snooze, come get your lick back.
I know he's putting the music in there because he wants us to hear the disses and the language that they going back and forth with each other, but
bodies then we
tired of this shit, bro.
We matched the lazy with the fast food, and I just did a drill, switch out the Glock, get this bitch brand new.
A 16-year-old boy, he had just finished a shift at McDonald's where he worked with his twin sister. They actually got a lift here home. It was when they got out of that car that somebody started firing at them. You can see there on the ground a McDonald's bag and a wrapper right in front of their home. Police tell us this happened before 11 p.m. on Ferriston Drive near the Philly and Montgo border. Family told police the teen and his sister, they worked at McDonald's about a mile away. They finished work at 10 p.m., ordered a lift, which dropped them off right in front of their home. When they got out, police say it was 2 males who came toward them, opened fire, hitting the boy in the torso, the back, and in the head. They fired at least 15 shots. Police say he was clearly the target. The sister was not hit. She was able to run home. They talked to other employees at that McDonald's who say that they hadn't seen any fights, no altercations, especially involving the 16-year-old. So police are continuing their investigation. They did find a weapon here on the street, a semi-automatic gun they found on the sidewalk, so they're hoping.
This brings us to the present day, back and forth shootings between the Northeast sets, which continued. Chris Dowling was shot and killed last February. Fast Break members Anal Bugs and LR, or Lil Ryan, were arrested and charged a few months later. M24 member Juan Brody was the first to alert the public of the shooting with an IG post.
That shit was fed as fuck,
Bugs
bro.
and LR were also charged with the bus stop shooting that injured 8 students heading home from school in March of last year.
The sound of gunshots at a SEPTA bus stop. New surveillance video tonight of the dramatic moments that sent teenagers running for their lives when 3 masked gunmen suddenly opened fire. 8 teens.
And Philly, like, a lot of people get their shit took in Atlanta, this, that, and the third, but Philly has like the most stolen cars I ever seen and like the most mass shootings. Like, it's never usually like a one person getting shot. It's usually like 3 or 4. Like, this
were shot and wounded, 2 of them critically.
3 days earlier, the carnage and out-of-control violence continued to shock Philadelphia as 17-year-old Damon Taylor was killed. The Philadelphia high school student was gunned down after school during a shooting at the North Philadelphia bus stop that left 4 other people injured, including 2 women who were on the bus and 2 other teens. The horrific shooting took place just before 3:45 p.m. at Ogons and Godfrey Avenues, when 2 people, at least one with an automatic weapon, fired at a group of young people waiting at the bus stop. Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel said. Multiple rounds were fired, Bethel said. According to the police, shooters fired more than 50 times with an automatic weapon. Damon Taylor was shot multiple times throughout his body and head, police said. The 17-year-old from the Fern Rock neighborhood died a short time later at the hospital. A girl at the scene can be heard in shock saying, "Oh my God, his face is gone."
This is traumatic.
His face is gone.
But everybody gotta see.
All of these murders are mentioned because leading up to the death of Noah, him and his friends can all be heard rapping about these incidents. And after his death, Noah was linked to several homicides through street rumors. The ones that seemed to gain the most traction were Fat Dame and Cheese.
Let's talk about the ops. They talking about switches and drinks and don't even got them. Yeah. Then she talking about his face is going A-whack. That shit out of pocket. This right.
His face is gone.
Yeah, it was kind of, sure. Well, he got the Joker mask on. Try to kind of conceal his identity. He really don't want to be known for this type of shit, but he doing it. You feel what I'm saying? If you was gonna do what you was gonna do, okay, cool, but you ain't have to rap about it. Not saying that the raps is the reason that he died. Possibility, but not saying that's the actual reason. You got your lane already cut out for you. God's showing you, nigga, you can go this way with this hoop shit and get up out of Philly. But you on this other shit, like,
you don't see me, but I see him.
Like, it's
Left
tragic,
and right,
but
let's
it's
box
like, it was
Also,
coming.
through unsubstantiated sources, he is linked to the death of Izzy Stanley and the 18-year-old Tin Millie, who both died in June of 2024, a week apart. Now, I'm not trying to go around putting murders on people, so please take all of this with a grain of salt. I'm delivering the info that was sent my way, and these seem to be persistent rumors through people who would know, like people close to him. Damon, or Fat Dame as he was called, went to Imhotep High School. The alleged retaliation shootings a few days later by Fast Break members is referenced by Noah, or Joker here, where he says,
And Molly telling on them bodies like, damn, free Lil Ryan. We the reason why they throwing 5s and then they end up dying. They keep asking why you couldn't get up. I mean, he wasn't trying. Any nigga, we caught cracking forest on the guys we fried him. Power right out that cut, he ain't even see it. I know that shit surprising, but alright, fuck that murder shit, come on. We can switch it.
Referencing Jamal Tucker, or Molly, the first person arrested when the 8 students were shot at the bus stop, and apparently the first one to start talking and gave up his friends. Joker is heard sarcastically saying, "Free Lil Ryan."
Free Lil Ryan, we the reason why they throwing 5s and then they end up.
G12 Zai, One Brody, Lil Moot, and other M24 members are known to be cool with Blumberg through mutual friends and family members, and also because of the Zoo Gang Blumberg War. All the smaller factions under them aligned accordingly. M24 and Fast Break are kind of the same in terms of lost homies and members. They have been aligned with the Blum for years. Recently, you started to see Noah getting the backing of Pentown and Zoo Gang members. The day before he died, he dropped a song with a rapper named Drench Season who was with Pentown and Zoo Gang. The song, which had zero attention at first, went to over 100,000 views after the news of Noah's passing.
And now he dead.
The week before Noah died, his basketball team played Imhotep, the school which Fat Dame went to. There was obvious tension about what happened, and the school didn't want an incident. Noah didn't play in the game, and Imhotep blew out Fells. No students were allowed to attend the game either. I got word that there was a summer league game between the two schools, and they were going to try to pack Noah out after the game, but he escaped. After Noah was killed, speculation, as always, ran wild. The long and short of it was, Noah had numerous ops due to his street activities, many of which were not included in this video.
But you can't. Okay, but this is the, like, okay, I understand you got shot when you was 15, XYZ, all this other shit. My nigga, you can't do both. This is why you see people who are in the street life, in the drill culture, they drop out of school. My nigga, you can't even go to your basketball games because you worried that somebody gonna do something to you. I'm fucking crying, yo. Oh my God, you should have stayed on the court. The hell? Like,
he was killed. Real or perceived, the threat of Noah was enough for his ops to sit on his house and wait for him to leave for school with his mom and get their form of revenge.
So this makes sense, bro. So they probably followed him home or whatever. Well, no, they said he didn't go to the game. Damn, so how did they find out where he lived? Oh, a bitch lined up.
Doing this, put the Joker down. Baby Joker, this where the jokes is over now. He got flame bullets burning his wings. He forever gonna be in hell. I'm scared to go back to the 9 and smoke. I think I'm gonna hear him yell.
The path in life you go depends on the choices in front of us.
Heavy.
A lot of the time, people with high intellect go on to be star performers in society. Doctors, engineers, scientists, lawyers. Some other with higher than average IQ think they can beat the system, that they are smart enough to beat the streets. Or sometimes people like Noah think they can straddle the line and be a high school top performer by day and Baby Joker, the street demon, at night. But as evidenced by this story, it never ends up the way you want it to. The streets are a lie, and Noah fell right into the trap. A brilliant future wasted for the want for revenge and twisted justice. I'ma leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential, and until next time.
Sheesh. Hold on,
be safe.
Yes, C-Baby22. This is the person who they said did the murder. This is the person who they said did the murder. He YBC, I think. I don't know what this is. I guess this is Bloomberg them. Wow, fans show past story of post of somebody speaking on the 17-year-old basketball who got killed and says Gillie, the son's kid, can get rest now. M24 fast break TSN claims Noah was one of the ones responsible for killing Gillie's son, YNG Cheese. Yeah, man. Yeah, and YBCC baby got picked up for the body. So with that being said, Mo, if this doesn't go to show you that nothing that you do can get you to escape what's coming to you, it's crazy. Like, even if this, like, let's say he went crazy, he went and made it into the NBA, and on draft night they came and picked him up for the body. Like, it's just a million ways that when you're doing wrong, something can go wrong for you. So keep your heads up, bro. If you got a way out, have a way out, bro. But it's always another option than being in the streets. Whether your people think you're lame or this, that, and the third, when 5 years go by, 10 years go by, and you don't got legal issues, you're not a felon, you ain't on papers, you don't got to check in no parole office, they're going to be looking like, damn, I wish I went the way he did. You feel me? So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Get in that comment box. Tell me how you felt about this video. You cannot escape this shit. It's your boy Key. Checking in, checking out, man. We gone.